Hey family, my name is Chris. I am your home gamer dad. I hope you are all fired up today for the next session of Mega Man Adventures as I go through a full campaign of Mega Man 1. For this one, we're taking Protoman back to the table. So yes, I did beat Mr. Iceman here. It only took one more time to do it. Unfortunately, I did use my E-Tank, so I will not have that in the run for Fireman today. But I think I'm getting better at Protoman, so I may not need it as much. I really was able to utilize that Pro Shield a lot more effectively when I went through Iceman a second time than I did the first time going through it. But then again, like I said before, that was the first time I ever played as him. So it was kind of a learning process, but I'm feeling very confident with this. I really think that I can bring us to a 2-2 record now rather than continue our losing streak. So let's cross our fingers and hope that's the case. If this is the first video you're watching or you're just still curious about it, let me bring you up to speed on how I'm doing the campaign. So in the rule book, you pick 2 Robot Masters, any 2 you want. They can be random from Mega Man's 1, 2, and 3. You beat them, you gain their weapons, and then you do a boss rush where you choose 2 different Robot Masters, choice, random, however you want it. You do not get their weapons by beating them, and then you fight one of the 4 or 5 wily bosses for whatever Mega Man you're into. That's how the campaign works in the book. I am going through the full campaign here as if I'm actually going through the video game. So I've beaten Cutman, I have beaten Elecman, and since I beat those 2, the 3rd Robot Master I'm fighting, I soft reset. Basically, I gain my E-Tank back. I bring my weapons, my special weapons, down to only 1, so I'm not going into 3 with this. And then I'm able to switch characters, or you can just keep with Mega Man, depending, or whoever you choose, you know, going through all the stages. You want to be legit, Mega Man straight through, no problem. So that's kind of how I'm doing it. So it's like 1 special weapon for here, and then there's 2 for here, and then back down to 1. But if you go back down to 1, you can still use any of the weapons that you've collected along the way. I also think because I'm getting better at it, I won't be using the E-Tanks as much. I might actually incorporate a house rule where at the beginning of an adventure, or, you know, a beginning before you do any of the dice rolls or whatever, you can spend an E-Tank to gain an additional special weapon, because 3 weapon energy can be way helpful as compared to, you know, healing with an E-Tank. So I think that's a good, like, balanced rule to put into it. If you have an E-Tank, you can spend it in order to equip a special weapon that you've already acquired. I'm thinking about different ways to switch out special weapons in the middle of, you know, the run as well, but there's some weird balance issues to there, so we're not going to really worry about that. However, that's how I'm doing the campaign for at least here. Once I'm finished with Protoman, I will be switching to another character. I don't know which one yet. You'll have to see the next one to see who it is. All right, everyone, let's kick the tires and light the fires as we go up against Torchman today. Wonder how many people I triggered by calling him that. Ready? And start! All right, let's begin Fireman stage. Just for anybody that may not know, I'm a huge Battle Network fan. I actually think that Battle Network would make a really great deck building game, but, you know, come back to me later on that. In the American dub of Mega Man Battle Network, you know, the cartoon to NT Warriors, they called Fireman Torchman, and it was terrible. It was probably, that whole thing was terribly dubbed to begin with, but stuff like that was just, oh man, it was just wrong. It was wrong. Anyway, before we get into flipping and going our first round, let's take a look at the Fireman card along with the Ice Slasher so you can see exactly what we have to work with and what we have to work against. Stage and weapon. So, Fireman stage has the Falling Flames. This is treated as a 4th challenge on each space of the cards. Basically, this is like, what was that? It was Cutman. Cutman had the run here. Fireman has a shoot. And if you don't have a 4th symbol or a 4th stage that has a shoot icon, you take 1 damage to it. And unfortunately, as much as Iceman's thing is cool that it just gives us the dice, it gives us a blue dice instead of a red one. But in any event, you spend 1 weapon energy, and you just get a blue dice. You grab it, you roll it, you get what you get, and that's pretty good. Also, remember, when going up against Fireman, I can spend a weapon energy to roll any dice, which in this case is 1 red or 1 yellow, because otherwise I'd be rolling a blue. So, still very helpful to always have just a standard dice. With that said, let's get into the stage. Go there, you go here, and you flip to reveal our first one. Hi-ya! Awesome. Okay, so we got ourselves a big eye with 2 runs and a weight up here. So this means we have to have 2 of a single symbol in order to overcome it. We have a metal here with a jump, and then a mystery box, a special surprise, whatever. And then these like little side shooter things with a run and a jump. Let's see what our first 4 cards here are, and we'll go from there. All right, so let's go ahead and start laying these down. Pretty decent spread here, that's for sure. Got an early Proto Shield right off the hop. I don't think I'm going to use that because I'd rather have the extra dice because I do need lots of runs. So this will give me not only a blue dice, but also a yellow dice. And I wouldn't mind having that as well. Then again, you know, having the ability to just overcome the hourglass is pretty good too. Or rolling another yellow and blue. That's a pretty good one as well. Let's see what Light is looking for. All right, 4 cards down for Dr. Light. 1, 2, 3. Wow, Light. 4. Oh, geez. Oh, man, he is actually working with me this time. Okay. Don't get overconfident. I got overconfident last time with Protoman, and it didn't really work out very well. But as I said before, I definitely need the runs. So these yellows are extremely valuable. I'm not going to be needing that whatsoever. So I just have to decide how I want to work with these and figure out what I want to roll. At least I don't have any penalties for rolling certain things. I just got to remember to always have a shoot. So we'll see what we get. All right, I think this will work out pretty well for me. So I'm rolling 2 yellows and 2 blues. That should be pretty good in order to get the general blue and yellows that I need for the 3 challenges. I decided to go with the Proto Shield just because I might be able to roll a jump here in order to avoid 2 damage somewhere along the way, which would be extremely helpful. I could always, if I'm rolling really well and have some great stuff, I can discard a dice in order to get spend a weapon energy to get a blue and a red token, which the red would satisfy this, and then the blue would be able for the Proto Shield for that. So I have a few different options, plus I have a red over here in the boost in order to be able to kind of mitigate this, or if maybe it'll give me another run or something like that. So why don't we go ahead and grab our 2 yellows and 2 blues and see what our initial dice pool is. All right. Yeah. Okay, so I got a shoot. Great. A jump, a run, and a jump. All of that is not very good. So as usual, dice rolls aren't exactly working in my favor. I do have the double jump in order to get past the weight here, but at the same time, I need 2 runs in order to be able to get past this, and I only have 1. The other is a shoot. I don't want to spend a weapon energy to just roll 1 dice in the hopes that that shoot turns into another run, which is a good chance that it may, but there's no guarantee. All right, let's engage the big eye. Hey-ya. And then let's go ahead and roll this red and see what we get. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this was a jump. This was not a run, even though it ran into it. So I have, oh boy, so I have 3 jumps, a run, and a shoot. So this may be a situation where here's what I'm going to do. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. We're going to use the Proto Shield. We're going to spend this jump right here in order to activate it to prevent 2 damage from a single source. And we're going to jump and block the big eye as he hits us. He's only going to hit us for 1 because it's 3 damage minus 2 from the Proto Shield. So that brings us down to 4, and at least we have survived that. Now we are with the metal, so we just need a jump icon there, which we have the jumps over here. So let's grab one of these and bounce ourselves over here. We also get a surprise box. So let's choose this one. And it's a weapon energy, which we do not need because we didn't spend any weapon energy. Well, that was a waste. In any event, we then need a run and a jump, which is right here to pass this. And to finally overcome this fireman stage, we needed a shoot, which we do have a shoot. So overall, that wasn't too bad. We did end up getting through everything with the minimum damage, only 1 shot, and we still have all of our weapon energy to go. And like I said, using the Proto Shield a little bit more effectively. If I had drawn a health from the surprise box, we would have been in better condition. But you know what? I think we're so far so good. Let's see what the next challenge is. All right, everything is in the discard pile. Let's see what the second challenge is. All right, so we got ourselves a Hammer Joe with a shoot and a weight. Okay, and there's a mystery box right here. Nice surprise we can get. I always forget what these guys are called. They're from Mega Man 3. They're like their big eyes or whatever. But just like the big eye, it's 2 of any one symbol for the weight, and then 2 runs, and then a single run to get by this guy, and then of course another shoot. So blues aren't really going to do me any good here. It's going to be mostly yellows and reds. Let's see what our cards are. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, so I said I didn't need any blues, and of course I'm getting blues. I do got the yellow, which is great. Red, another Proto Shield, which is awesome. But I do like this as well because it gives me tokens. This is a great thing to have if you're doing really well and you have like an E-Tank. So this way you can take the damage but then refill it. But like when I don't have an E-Tank, I'm really always worried about taking this single damage here. I guess a lot of this is going to have to determine what Dr. Light wants. So let's see that. And a 1, and a 2, and a 3, and a 4. All right, good. I got a little worried there that he wasn't going to want any reds. I still need more yellow than anything. So this may be something I use. Probably these 2 would be what I would go with. But I'm not sure what I would do for like my skill. And then I'd have to see what I'd have for my boost card. So yeah, let me know what you would do down in the comments. All right, yeah, so this is pretty much how I went with it. The yellows are really good for all the runs. I got my 1 red, hopefully for the shoot. I got to jump here just because you never know. There's a lot of overcome in this, so I'm really hoping that I don't need it. I went again with the Proto Shield because so long as I don't take damage from this, I still get to open up the mystery box, the surprise box. So maybe if I roll a jump, I can just do that to pass this one completely and then use the rest of my dice for here, which would be a lot better. And then I took this for the red, the blue, and even though it's damage, it is 2 more dice that I can roll. There is something that I was thinking maybe like, so whenever you have your boost card, you only use the top. So whatever it is, it's like, you just use the dice or whatever. This is great for multiplayer because that's what you're giving the other players. So like if it was another player turn and I had this boost card in my hand, I could give them the dice from this card in order for them to help out, but then I wouldn't have it anymore. I'm thinking maybe something along the lines of adding it in where you can either use this for other players or you can keep this and use it for yourself. Because I always thought using a second skill at some point would be, a great help in certain situations, like especially here. I don't know. I feel like the boost card needs to have some type of thing where they can use both the top and the bottom. Or, let's say or. I'm going to say or the bottom. Maybe like spend a weapon energy, use the bottom of your boost card, and then that's it. I don't know. But for right now, we see how we are. Let's do the yellows, the blue, and the red, and hope to see if we get at least some doubles. All right. Red, blue, yellow. Run, run, run. And a double shoot, eh? This is actually a rather interesting start here. So unfortunately, I didn't get any jumps, which is what I wanted to do in order to be able to use the Proto Shield. Here's what I am going to do, though, in a very odd sense. I'm going to spend this weapon energy, pop that over here, and I'm going to use the Thunder Beam in order to get past the Hammer Joe here. I am going to spend this blue in order to give myself a jump and a shoot token. Well, I've engaged this, but let's say I've engaged this guy first. I engaged Hammer Joe first, and then I did all that, because you have to engage the card before you start using any of your special abilities. So I did that. I jumped onto here. I'm like, come on, Hammer Joe, let's go. And then I shot the Thunder Beam at him. I got this. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my Proto Shield. I'm going to flip this and activate the Proto Shield, reducing the next damage by 2, which is all that the Hammer Joe does to me. He just does 2 damage. So I avoid that, boom, knock it back, and I still get the surprise box because I didn't take any damage from the challenge and I completed it. So let's go over here and see what it is. Okay, it's a health. That's good. I like that. Health is always good to have because then I can do this. So now I have 2 of anyone's symbol and 2 runs, which I have right here. 2 of any symbol, I have the 2 shoots and then the 2 runs. So I can immediately spend those and bounce over to here. The other thing now is that I have 2 more areas to run through. I need a run and a shoot. So I'm going to use my boost card. Unfortunately, it does do a damage to me, so I'm back at 4. But now I get to roll 1 red and 1 blue. So let's go ahead and do that. And I have a jump and a run, which in all honesty is 50% of the damage. Nope, I take that back. I completely take it back. I'm going to spend this, no, let me do this again. I'm going to spend this run to avoid this, and I'm going to spend this token to overcome the final stage. Now, I'm pretty sure I cannot spend a weapon energy in order to gain back these 2 tokens because I've already completed this stage. So by all technicality, this whole thing is done with. So I'm going to go with that's the rule. Anybody can correct me down below. I don't think it would really matter if I had these 2 tokens or not, plus that'd be 1 more weapon energy gone, but it's still something. So I didn't take any more damage. I'm back at 4. That's great. And we are done with challenge number 2. Halfway through Fireman stage, our next challenge. Oh gosh, I see the big eyes and they're just the worst. A lot of jumps, a lot of shoots. I haven't seen much. It would have been nice if I could have done the Thunder Beam to gain these tokens because I feel like I would have needed them. But let's see what cards we flip. Hopefully it's a lot of red and a lot of blue. 1, all right, that's a good start. 2, don't like that. 3, don't like that. 4, oh no. Oh no, I got no jumps. I got no jumps whatsoever. I could possibly roll a jump, but if either one of these roll double, then that's nothing. I could also possibly flip a jump for a token. Oh no. Light, please don't need blue. Please don't need blue. Please don't need blue. Please don't need, that's 1. Okay, that's fine. Okay, all right. This, okay, all right. Because now light will give me 2 blues for a red and a yellow. Oh, light, my friend. Okay, so that's good. He's actually helping me out this time. Crazy thing about the big guy is you not only need 2 of a single symbol, but then only 1 jump and 1 shoot. Before, we've always seen 2 of these as the same symbol. Now it's the different one. So, let's see. This one is a tough one, mainly because of how much red I actually need. But we're going to see how this works out. I at least got 1 red roll to give me a shoot somewhere along the line. I mean, I need 3 shoots overall. I can roll this to get a shoot. I possibly can Thunder Beam it to get a shoot, so that's fine. One of these could also give me a shoot. I got my jumps here, which is great. You know, this is just for good. Hopefully I'll roll a double and maybe get that as well. My nuclear core I put down here, which I would roll a blue and a yellow dice. And if either one of them show a double, I discard them both. So cross fingers that won't happen. My boost will be my yellow. And then, of course, I can always spend a weapon energy for my Ice Slasher in order to roll a blue dice, which is good for all the jumping I need for this one. So yeah, well, let's go with that and see if that helps at all. What am I doing? 2 blues, a red, and a yellow. 2 blues, a red, and a yellow. Gets me jumpity jump, and a shoot. This is literally what I need in order to pass the big eye, but not anything else. Okay, here we go. Yeah, so let's engage the big eye. Hiya! Great for us. Wonderful. I did have another proto shield at some point here, but I don't think that really matters too much. What do I want to do? Like, again, that passes the big eye. So the big eye, once again, is 2 of any symbol, a jump, and a shoot, but then that's all of my dice. I do have this, and then these 2. I'm afraid to roll the nuclear core to see what happens, but you know what? Let's give it a shot. Risk, reward, risk, reward. That's exactly what Protoman is all about. So let's move you guys a little bit up. Grab a blue, grab a yellow. And if either one of these is a double, which they are not. That's good. That's good. That's good. This was a shoot. I keep rolling into things, so I do apologize for that. So, but anyway, I got a shoot and a run. That's not bad. That's pretty good. At least the shoot will be able to help me out on something. So, here we go. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? I think what I'm going to do is, for one, pass this. So all of these dice gone. So that beats the big eye. Good for that. I need a jump and a shoot. What I think I'm going to do, because I don't need the run, I'm going to again use the Thunder Beam. And I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to gain the yellow and blue, the blue and the red token. So these would flip, but I'm going to immediately flip them back over to use them in order to beat that heli right there, which is good. And then I get a surprise box. Let's bring this back down a little bit. And let's open up this surprise box. Oh, it's a shoot. Oh, no, never mind. That was the last round. It doesn't really matter, does it? So there's a shoot. Cool. All right. So I got that. Let's roll the yellow dice here. So that's a shoot. Move that to the side. Give me a jump. Nope, it gives me a run because that's what it is. All right, so I got that. Now, do I use this? I would only be taking 1 damage, so I'd still be at 3, which isn't totally so bad, and I have 1 run left. But then I have to do all of Fireman, and I have to get through that the best I can. I don't know if I should really use the Ice Slasher here in order to roll a blue to maybe get it or maybe not get it. So I use that. That's done. Here's another thing that I think maybe for the future, if any additional rules would be placed into this, and that would be trading in symbols for other symbols. So at this point, it's like I have a shoot, a run, and a shoot, but I need a jump. So maybe if I have the ability to trade in, these two, get rid of these 2 dice and then get a jump, and then I'd be able to do this and then pass it and then go to here. Just another way of mitigation. Maybe instead of that, I would need 3 of a symbol or 3 dice or something like that. Just something else to help, because I've been in situations before where it's like I can't do anything. Like I have dice and I have tokens, but that's not the symbol that's needed. So I'm forced to take the damage, and I don't want to do that. But for right now, it is what it is. I'm not going to spend the weapon energy because I'm going to save it and hope for the best. So we're going to bounce over here. Boom. Unfortunately, take the damage. And then I'm going to keep the token, but I am going to get rid of the shoot here in order to pass that stage. So 1 point of damage, not great, not wonderful, but I'm still pretty confident that as long as we play smart, we can get through this with a win. Come on, win! All right, 3 down, 1 to go. Runs and shoots. I'm sorry, runs and jump. A single jump. Thank you. And 1, 2, 3, 4 runs. A double of anything, and then of course the shoot there. These are all 2s though, so if I draw a proto shield, that might not be the worst thing to throw down to my skills in order to be able to avoid that. And I do have a shoot here, so that's pretty good. Let's see what our final 4 cards are. All right, it's a blue. It's a red-blue damage. It's a blue. I don't have any yellow, do I? Nope. I've used all my yellow in the early parts of the game. That's great. So, and this may be something I rely on, but then again, the reckless is good because at least it'll bypass it, but I still gotta I may suffer damage or whatever. I know there's a lot of yellows in there, so that's the thing. But then again, these would be, one of these number 1s wouldn't be a bad idea either. Light, please don't need yellow. Please don't need yellow. Please don't need yellow. All right, well, that kind of makes my decision fairly easy in terms of what I'll be choosing, which would be these. As much as I want yellow, as much as I need yellow in order to pass a lot of that, this is going to be a little bit more challenging. I feel like I'm going to be taking quite a bit of damage here. Let's just cross our fingers and hope that maybe we can kind of figure out something. The dice might be in our favor in this situation. Yeah, I'm going to have to roll these blues in order to avoid taking any other damage. Otherwise who the heck knows what's going to happen? All right, I guess this is going to have to be the best that we can work with it. Not a lot of yellows, actually really like no yellows at all around here in any way, shape, or form. A lot of blues, got my 3 blues here, and I got a red. Possibly rolling a red and a blue, though taking a damage from this a little bit later, which I'm not happy with, but it's in the reserve, you know, as my boost card, so maybe I'll use it, maybe I won't. And then I went with number 01 here, discard the top card of your deck, look at the dice in the support screen, support section, which is up top here. Reds will give me red tokens, blue will give me blue tokens, yellow will give me a yellow token. Whatever's up here I get, and if I happen to draw something of 2, I get both of them, which is awesome. The problem is I already have a red here, so that's not going to be very helpful if I draw this and it's a red. So I reshuffle this or whatever, so I don't know what's on top here. Let's roll our 3 blues and our red and just see what our starting run is. I hate rolling all 3 of a single dice because if I need it later, I don't have it unless I spend it. All right. Jump, jump, run, shoot. All right. It's nice that I got to run. That makes me happy. All right, here we go. Engage. Yeah. So I need a run and a jump in order to be able to get past this guy right there. So I guess right off the hop, I really should just pop. So run and jump with these 2 blue dice to do that. That's good. I need a double and I need a run. So I have the double technically because I have the shoot icon here and the shoot icon here, but I don't have a run. Do I do this in order to be, I would take the damage. And the problem is this would be the next one. And unless I have runs, I'm not going to be able to survive it. See, this is the problem that I have sometimes where it's like you get yourself into these certain corners where it's unwinnable in every way, shape, or form. All right, let's go ahead and use 01 here. And let's flip this over. So let's go over here. We'll flip it over and we get, oh my God, are you kidding me? Are you kidding? That's great. Oh, that's awesome. So I get a blue and I get a yellow token. Oh man, the risk versus reward, baby. Yes. Now, here's the question. I have enough to be able to satisfy this because now I have, no, I don't have 2 runs. I don't have 2 runs anymore. I only have a single run. I have a single run because I was thinking about opening that. Shoot. I don't really want to take another damage because I'm dead otherwise, and I would have liked to open up that mystery box in order to be able to like see if I got a health back or something. That would have been so much better, but I still need doubles of something. So I have 2 jumps and a shoot, which is great, but then I have 2 shoots, which isn't going to help for 2 runs. One will be able to satisfy that. Oh no, geez, and I don't want to take the damage here, and there's no guarantee I'm going to even roll anything good. Man, all right, so let's just go ahead. Let's flip this, and let's do jump and jump, and that satisfies you. Kabam, done and done. So then I need 2 runs, and there is absolutely 0 way for me to get 2 runs here. There is no way. No shape, no form, no how. And I'm not going to do this in order to be able to roll those because then I would take the damage and I would die. So unfortunately, this is going to happen. And I'm going to take 2 damage. So I'm at 1. And then I can spend 1 of something in order to get to pass this. What do I want to spend? Do I want to spend the tokens or do I want to spend the dice? I'm going to spend the dice. Having the token there is way better than having the dice, because the dice just goes away anyway, as you know. The token stays between rounds. And going into the fight with Fireman, I need all the advantage I can get. You will not be rolled and you will not damage me. I have 1 health left, but I also have a full Ice Slasher. So maybe, just maybe, we can do this. Cross fingers. Oh boy. All right, as we enter the door, let's take a look at Fireman. All right, here we go, and see, there he is. There's the flame broiled whopper for you. He has 4 stages that he has to go through. The ice beam or any type of frost ability is his weakness. Whenever I engage, I have to reroll a jump or I suffer a damage. That's going to suck, because if I do not get a jump on the first run, then I am in trouble. So that means I have to reroll 4 jumps in order to be able to pass this. And I have to reroll. Tokens don't count. Reroll a jump. And then, of course, all skulls are jumps too. So he wants me to just use jumps all over the place. That's great. So then I guess we're hoping for a lot of blues then, in terms of blue. Blues needs blues. Isn't that something? Wow, that's har. All right. Speaking of which, I'm just trying to make light of this situation because I'm absolutely terrified. Let's go ahead and grab these 4. All right, blues for blues, blues for blues. That's not it. Cool. All right. Not the best, not the worst, as they usually go, because we don't know what we have in the first one, which I need to flip when we go back to it. Which I will now flip that over and reveal our first one. All right, so we have the run and a jump. That's great. I need to be able to roll as many blues as I can in order to be able to avoid taking this damage here, because I literally have 1 health left, and that's going to be very, very problematic. All right, cool. All right, that's good. Yeah, not so great. Definitely not great. All right, cool. All right, this is good. This is very, very good. Oh man, this is actually worked out much better than I thought it would. I got really scared. So wait a minute. Okay, hold on. So I'm absolutely using these 2 for sure. If I were to use the 2 reds and the blue and take the damage, would I automatically lose? Is that it? Is that like an immediate loss condition? Because I would take the 1 damage and then I would go there. I don't know. Self-inflict damage should not bring you down to 0. I think that's something else that needs to be put into him. I get the risk versus reward thing. I really, really do. But in a situation like this, what if this wasn't yellow? What if this was any other color other than yellow, like blue or red? I would have immediately died, because none of the, I would have to take one of these and it would kill me, or I would have to use the double dice and that would kill me anyway. So just, that's something that I think should be thought about as well. All right, family, here we go. Wish me luck. I got a lot of the ice slashers here. Got my 3 full shots here, so that's great. I have some reroll, possibly some tokens. I can get some tokens for my 0-1 skill. But first things first, let's roll these 4. 2 blues, 3 blues, all my blues, and a yellow. Oh, here we go. All right. Yeah. Okay, so okay. Got lots of double jumps here, so that's good. And, okay, so I got 3 jumps and a run. That's a pretty good start, because then at least I can satisfy some things here. All right, let's do this. Engaging, all right, so we need a run and a jump. But before I do that, I have to re-roll a jump or suffer 1 damage. So I'm going to go ahead and take this double right here, because I'm actually going to use these 2 for the first card. I'm going to take this and I'm going to roll it. And it's a single jump. Fine. Hooray. Whatever. That's good. Activating this, taking the jumps right here. Boom, boom. Finish. That's 1. Number 2, I need a jump and a run. So engage it. Let's just take this other double here. We're going to go ahead and roll that. What are you? You are a run. All right. So I need another jump here somewhere in order to be able to pass this. So what I'm probably going to do is, let's use the ice slasher. We'll use 1 and we'll actually use it as an ice slasher and roll this blue dice. And it's a double jump. Cool. All right, good. So that'll pass that. All right, so let's go ahead and do those. Boom, got that and finished. So now I need a jump and a shoot. So let's roll this, because we have to re-roll it every time anyway. And it's a shoot. That's fine. Let's use our skill here, number 01, and see what tokens we get We get a red and a yellow. Okay, so that's not great because we already have the red, but at least we get a yellow for possibly something later. Let's use our Ice Slasher again to roll another blue dice. Go over here. A double jump. All right, I'm going to use my boost card here to roll a yellow. So let's roll a yellow. It's a run. Okay, I'm getting really nervous, by the way, about how this is turning out. Do I roll another Ice Slasher? Because there's one card underneath. There's one card underneath. It could be anything. Okay, I'm gonna use this. And I'm gonna roll a third blue. Hey, it's a run. That's terrible. Well, I used this already, so that can go away. All right, let's just go ahead and use the weapon energy here and reroll all the blues. Rerolling all blues. Come on, blues. Come on, blues. I got a jump, a run, and a jump, so I don't even have what I need in order to pass this particular round. I mean, I could do this, boom, and that passes it, hurrah. But then I need a jump. I need to reroll a jump, which I can't. I need a jump and a double of anything, and then that's it. Which in this situation I wouldn't even have because I have no more weapon energy to do anything, and I would need to reroll at anyway. The lingering fire has burnt me to a crisp. So that's 3 losses now, burnt to a smoldering pile of ash, robotic ash, or whatever you want to put it as. Yeah, so the thing with Protoman is he's definitely a lot more advanced than Mega Man is because of the risk versus reward factor in him. He's fun to play with, don't get me wrong. He has some really awesome cards and some amazing abilities, but it's tough when you don't have somebody else supporting him and constantly giving him back the health that he loses in order to be able to continue and move on and things like that. Like he just kind of jumps right into it and attacks and moves on. Without an E-Tank, obviously it's also really difficult. Hey, look, regardless of anything, I'm very proud of how I played him because I had 1 health for the longest time. And that was almost straight through the fireman fight. So if I did have the E-Tank, I would have won, because then I would have went back up to full, taking the 3 hits on the last thing, and boom, no problem. 4 hits, technically, because I didn't roll the jump. Or I didn't have a jump to roll, and that would have won it. You know, just tank all the hits, as Protoman does, and says, boom, you're gone. So as far as campaign-wise goes, I know I say that, you know, switching up every 2, I'm probably going to switch characters again, but I'm going to keep it the same way I had. I'm going to have no E-Tanks, you know, the way that the board was set up, no E-Tanks, and then 2 special weapons, the Ice Slasher, obviously. I think I can say that I should include the rest of the special weapons in it. Or not special weapons, starting weapons 1 through 4. I may actually switch something out. Instead of the Elec Beam. The Elec Beam's fun, don't get me wrong, because I get the tokens, but I think maybe there might be something else better here that I can use. I don't know. I gotta look at the cards and figure it out. But in the next episode, Protoman will be off doing some other things, and I will have somebody else here on the table. And of course, going up against the next Robot Master. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoy seeing me lose to Mega Man Adventures, let me know down in the comments below. And, you know, just keep supporting the series as I push these out. So we are 4 down, got 2 Robot Masters to go, got a boss rush, which is something that I've kind of put together that I'm going to do for this. And then, of course, we're going into the Wily fights, which would kind of effectively be the same thing as the boss rush that I'm putting together. But we'll be able to go through all of those things and have a grand time taking all that down. So those are the upcoming episodes. plus all the new characters that I'm going to have, plus hopefully me not losing anymore, because I would really, really like to take home a win on camera rather than my first one. Maybe it's because of Protoman. He was a little bit difficult to play as. Probably not, because, you know, I did lose that first time with Mega Man. So, hopefully I'll get in luck with one of the next 2 characters that I try. Again, I greatly appreciate you guys for checking out this series. I'm going to take down Fireman in between episodes, not with Protoman, with the person that'll be in the next episode. So to see who that is, be sure to stay tuned. And as always, take care of each other, because we are family forever, gaming together. See you in the next one, guys.